Hello guys, karibuni sana in our today's session. Kama kawaida, I'm your host Erico Banks and this is Code Star Technologies. And in our today's session, I wanted to answer a question that I've seen many young guys asking on social media, things like WhatsApp and Facebook. And they've been asking this question, which is the best institution where they can go and learn software development? And as you know that when you post such a question on social media, you'll get all sorts of answers. And I decided today is good for me to give you my views based on my experience. I remember that I've been I've been a trainer for over 7 years right now in most of the colleges here in Kenya, and it's good you hear my views because I know most of the institution how they run, and based on the experience and being on the Department of IT in several institutions, I know how things work there. So most of these courses, they will cover like 2-3 months at most, something like that. And before you decide on which institution, there are things that you need to point out, or points that you need to put together. And one of them is you need to understand that software development is a wide area that has got various branches or various areas that you can venture in. One of the best I normally say is web development. These, you know, that things to do with any application that needs internet connectivity to execute, knowing that we are living in the world of now, I normally refer to it as digital pithicas, and everything is being connected to the internet, so you need to create an application that is connected to the internet. So web development is one of the best areas that you can venture in. Then the other thing is mobile application. These are normal applications that we normally use in our mobile phone. Then we have got desktop application. We have got also embedded systems and data science. I will explain further about them in another video. But in this video, I want to make you know that the first thing that you need to put in place or point out is that you decide on which area you want to venture in. So after deciding that, you need to do another research and know which is the best language in your area. Like if you go for web development, you need to decide which programming language that you want to use on your web development. Remember, we have got areas that you can, not areas, but several programming languages that are used for web development. We have got things like PHP, which I normally say it has got more than 70% of the internet. It normally uses PHP. Remember, things like WordPress are built on PHP, and also JavaScript is something else that you can't forget. Also, another language is Python, which is also one of the widely used programming language, both in it's kind of, it cuts across. You can do a desktop application, you can do a web-based application using some of the frameworks like Django and so forth. You can also, it is the another language which is well known on data science and so forth. So it's another language that I also kind of advise some of the students to take it. So you will decide on which language you want to use on your area. Then once you do that, the next thing is to know that in most of these programming language, they don't have that much big difference. You will have to cover all this. So I had to put together some of the, this is one of the syllabus that I normally use when I'm training such kind of student. This is the approach that I normally do. In every programming language, I will have to do the introduction part of it, and then give you the basic syntax of the programming language, and then all this. And in some institution, we had to cover up to this point, which is number 5 topic. And that's why I chose to write this course outline, so that you can get to know that when you go to ask for the institution, which when you go to ask for these courses in various institutions, you need to look for the tutor who is going to take you through the course, so that you can get more insight or more understanding on maybe what to expect. They will explain to you which is which syllabus, or maybe they can give you or the overview of how they normally handle such kind of the course. So can you ask these questions, so that you can get to understand that whether the tutor has got clear understanding of what you expect to gain. And if they have to get up to this point, I would not advise you to go to that institution. It's good to get beyond that by doing this part, which you normally refer to as object-oriented programming, though it's now kind of makes it wider, but sometimes to get that when you do it in class is like examples that kind of apply in a real life situation, and go out there and practice on your own, it becomes easy. So if you're going to have a class every day, I expect you within 3 months or 2 months, something like that, because we have got some other people who normally are fast learners, so I expect you to cover all these topics. So another thing that you need to ask is about when you create an application, whether they are going to show you how to integrate with database, things like that, because if you can't create an application that doesn't work with the database, that is another thing which is very, very important. So you can ask for like something to do with my SQL database, things to do with that, my MS SQL server, and so forth. Then another thing, it's very important for you to do a project at the end of the course, such that you can get yourself a simple application that maybe allows you to create, read, update data, or delete data in a database. It's something that now will give you the basic understanding of how programming is done. Then after that, now I can say that this institution is giving the best content, and when you go out there, now you can continue doing your own project. You can do other several projects and create your own portfolio where you can upload such kind of content and go out there and ask for jobs. So that is what you need to do. Do your research. Decide which area of software development that you want to venture in, decide which language or which programming language that you want to use. Then the next thing, go out there, look for those institutions where they are, ask for this information, ask for the tutor who is going to take you through this, get to know whether they are going to take you through this content. And once you have that, now I guess you'll have the best institution. Then the next thing is the school fees. Obvious. Expect to pay, if they are doing this one, is expect to pay something which is you can say standard. Sometimes there are institutions that overcharge, sometimes there are institutions that are undercharge, but if they undercharge, obvious, expect to have this. But nowadays we have got those institutions, they are focusing on getting money rather than the content. There are also other institutions that are also focused on the service rather than the money, so that they can get to satisfy their clients. Now, all this one we normally do it on the CodeStar, but we normally do it online. So feel free, you can get to our website and enroll for these courses. You can click here and check our flyer or brochure, in other words. This will show you how we normally charge it, and we normally do as you can see, up to project. We ensure that you do a project for that, and our classes are online, so we expect you to enroll and get in touch. We'll assist you to set up your workstation, and feel free to contact us via WhatsApp for more information. I'm going to do another tutorial that I'm going to explain you much about the programming languages, and also what you expect when you learn those kind of programming, what you can do with them. I know it's something that is confusing many guys. Thank you guys, and have a nice time. That is it for today.